Meenakshi. Here, during the Chithirai month, hundreds of thousands of people gather on this very street, the Amman Sannidhi street, right before the entrance of the temple gates of Meenakshi. Various communities gather, offering their traditional offerings of the dance and the beautiful alankaras, the decorations that they wear. They wait all year for this festival to see their god, to see Meenakshi. They come from kilometers away, waiting and anticipating every day for this celebration. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has blessed the Shyamala Pita Sarvajna Pita to give continuous annadan, distributing free meals having 11 items in number. All the food is cooked and offered to Paramashiva and Meenakshi Devi in the Shyamala Pita Sarvajna Pita and served to all the devotees who gather. The meals are 11 items in number and are made as per Paramashiva's Pakashastra. In the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna declares that he is the fire of digestion in every living body. Aham vaishvanaro bhutva praninam deham ashritaha pranapana samayuktaha pachanyannam chaturvidham. I am the fire of digestion in every living body, and I am the breath of life, exhaled and inhaled, with which I digest the fourfold food. When we serve devotees the prasada annadana, we are serving Paramashiva himself. We can now witness here the first deity, Mahaganapati. He leads the procession of the Panchamurtis of the Madurai temple. Mahaganapati is beautifully decorated with flower garlands. The trumpets and traditional instruments clear the path for all of the devotees to come. We have today the very opportunity to see Meenakshi and Somasundareshwara Swami gracing on the Swarna Ashwavahana, the golden horses. The horse is the vehicle of the kings. It is a symbol of royalty and regalness and ruling of the empire. You can see there are countless devotees waiting and anticipating eagerly to see the darshan of Meenakshi, and they walk along with her as she goes around the city. During the festive times, the economy and all of the traditional items are sold, and everything is in prosperity. Paramashiva and Meenakshi shower, and all of the wealth manifests into every home beautifully, especially during the Chithirai time, the festival time, when Meenakshi and Sundareshwara are going to have their wedding. On the final day of this Brahmotsavam, the Kalyanam, or the celestial marriage ceremony of Meenakshi and Sundareshwara, will be taking place here in Adi Kailasa, Nithyananda Pita, Sarvajna Pita. We will be doing the Meenakshi Thirukalyanam. Preceding that, many events that are there from the Leela of Meenakshi's, of the various Leelas in Meenakshi's life, will be recreated in ritual. When these rituals are done at these specific times, at these most auspicious times, when it the possibility of the same manifestation of Meenakshi in the years before happens again, it means that Devi Meenakshi powerfully lands when these rituals happen and showers on us all of the possibilities that were there when she herself ruled the Madurai kingdom. When the Digvijayam happens, the possibilities of being able to have victory in your life, of having rulership and leadership in your life will happen. When we witness and connect with Meenakshi during these events, we can be showered by her blessings for leadership and excellence in our lives. The Meenakshi Digvijayam is preceded by the Meenakshi Pattabhishekam on the 8th day of the Tiruvila. In the Pattabhishekam, Meenakshi Devi is coronated. The whole city anticipates the coronation of their queen, Meenakshi. She was brought up by her father, Malayavdvaja Pandian. Just like a prince would be prepared to rule the kingdom, Meenakshi was prepared, learning all of the things that a man would be prepared with. Waging war, archery, and all the 64 sacred arts were learned by Meenakshi, and she was master on all of them. We can see in the distance now Somasundareshwara Swami is arriving at the entrance of Kailasa and Madurai. The huge golden horse. Devotees offer their jasmine malas, jasmine being blooming season and a favorite offering to Meenakshi. We are now having the darshan of Chokkanada, beautifully studded crown with numerous malas around him. Chokkanada is returning to the temple after the processions this evening. All day the deities were outside of the temple, visiting other temples. In fact, other temples, it is like a large community where other temples offer their respects to the deities as well. Somasundareshwara Swami is seen beautifully smiling. He is ornamented with the Tirumala Varga Vedam and the Vidruma and Rudraksha Malas. The special Sampaka and lotus flowers are also offered onto Somasundareshwara. We're offering now the Mandagapadi, the traditional items to Somasundareshwara of flower garlands, Nutana Vastram, the new clothing. We're offering our love and devotion at his feet, surrendering ourselves at his feet with deep love and reverence. And the grand Swarna Ashwavahana Sundareshwara has come to Kailashwa in Madurai. We are now receiving the prasada from Somasundareshwara and offering our Deeparadhana. Following Somasundareshwara Swami, we can see in the distance Devi Meenakshi gracing on the Swarna Ashwavahana as well. The grandly decorated horse vehicle Meenakshi is gracing the beautiful pearl crown in the Sarva Alankara with all of the best flower garlands and precious gemstones, Vidruma, Kankana, Vajra, she appears grandly before us. We can behold her in the Namaskara Mudra. The beautiful small lotus garland is surrounding her, beautifully enframing the whole Alankara. The flowers are in season. Each flower is so satisfied to be offered to Meenakshi. Each devotee is able to see and experience her really there before them. We are now offering the traditional items of Mandagavadi and the Deeparadhana to Devi Meenakshi in Kailasa, Madurai. She is the Divine Mother, the Cosmic Mother incarnate before our eyes, and she has graced us today beautifully at Kailasa and Madurai. We have the highest fortune to be witnessing Meenakshi and the Guru Mahasannidhanam himself, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, as he offers his devotion to Somasundareshwara and Meenakshi. Finally, the Chief Accountant of Kailasa, the Integrity Officer, is behind, clearing all the accounts and making sure that everything is in integrity. witnessing the Nijavatara and the Archavatara is one of the rarest of rare things. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the embodiment of devotion, just witnessing how he connects with the deities and offers his prayers and just melts before them is one of the rarest opportunities for anyone in their lifetime. We are offering Chandikeshwara Swami the flower garlands and the traditional items of Madagapadi. We will now begin the procession, the yatra of Devi Meenakshi, Somasundareshwara Swami, the Utsava Vigraha of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, Ganesha, Subramanya and Chandikeshwara Swami here in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Pita, Sarvagnya Pita. We will now begin with the rituals.
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव समारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मध्यमां नित्यानन्द पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रे निटिलकृतकस्तूरी तिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधार स्फुरितकटिकौपीनवसनः दधानो दुस्तारं शिरसि फणिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी नमो नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि। शिवानंद पीयूष रत्नाकरस्थां शिव ब्रह्म विश्वामरेशाभिवन्द्यां शिव ध्यान लग्नां शिव ज्ञानमूर्तिं शिवाख्यामतीतां भजे पाण्ड्यबालां शिवादिस्फुरत् पञ्चमञ्चाधिरूढां धनुर्बाणपाशाङ्कुशोद्भासि हस्तां नवीनार्कवर्णां नवीनेन्दुचूडां परब्रह्मपत्नीं भजे पाण्ड्यबालां किरीटाङ्गदोद्भासि माङ्गल्यसूत्रां स्फुरन्मेखलाहारताटङ्गभूषां परामन्त्रकां पाण्ड्यसिंहासनस्थां परन्धामरूपां भजे पाण्ड्यबालां ललामाञ्चितस्निग्धफालेन्दुभागां लसन्नीरजोत्फुल्लकल्हारसंस्थां ललाटे क्षणार्धाङ्गलग्नोज्ज्वलाङ्गी परन्धामरूपां भजे पाण्ड्यबालां त्रिखण्डात्मविद्यां त्रिबिन्दुस्वरूपां त्रिकोणे लसन्ति त्रिलोकावनम्रां त्रिबीजाधिरूढां त्रिमूर्त्यात्मविद्यां परब्रह्मपत्नीं भजे पाण्ड्यबालाम्।
This stotram is called the Yoga Meenakshi Stotram. It was written by the Agastya Muni, who is the Rajaguru of the Pandya kingdom. He sings, I meditate upon goddess Sri Meenakshi, who is the daughter of the king of Pandya. She is the cause of delight of Paramashiva, who takes immense pleasure having her in his presence. She is worshipped by Paramashiva, Lord Brahma, Mahavishnu, and all the deities. She is always immersed in meditation on Paramashiva. She is personified as the preceptor who imparts knowledge in faith of Paramashiva, and she is the provider of happiness and fortune. I shall meditate upon goddess Sri Meenakshi, who is the daughter of the king Pandya, who majestically is seated on the marvelous throne, who carries the bow and arrow and the pasha and the ankusha in her hands. She has the supreme beauty and is bedecked with the crescent moon on her beautifully plaited hair. She is the consort of Paran Brahma, Paramashiva. I shall meditate upon goddess Sri Meenakshi, who is the daughter of the king of Pandya. She is bedecked with the marvelous crown and the Mangalya Sutra and spreads intense luster. She is decorated with various precious ornaments, the crescent moon and marvelous earrings. She is the symbol of all of the Vedic hymns. She is majestically seated on the throne of the king of Pandya. She is Parandhama, the one who is unperceivable by the senses. I shall meditate upon goddess Sri Meenakshi, who is the daughter of King Pandya. Her beautiful forehead is of superior beauty. She has beautiful limbs and is the symbol of Parandhama. I shall meditate upon goddess Sri Meenakshi, who is the daughter of Pandya, who represents the three dimensions of Atma Vidya, the three dimensions of Bindu, and dwells in the Trikona. We will now offer the Deepa Aradhana to Somasundareshwara Swami and Meenakshi Devi here in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Pita.
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोम सुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवे नमो नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि। सदा बिंदु मध्योल्लसद्वेणिरम्यां समुत्तुंग वक्षोज भारावनम्रां वनन्नूपुरोपेतलाक्षारसार्द्र स्फुरत्पादपद्मां भजे पाण्ड्यबालां यमाद्यष्टयोगाङ्गरूपामरूपाम् अकाराक्षकारान्तवर्णामवर्णाम् अखण्डामनन्यामचिन्त्यामलक्ष्म्याम् अमेयात्मविद्यां भजे पाण्ड्यबालां सुधासागरान्ते मणिद्वीपमध्ये लसत्कल्पवृक्षोज्ज्वलद्बिन्दुचक्रे महायोगपीठे शिवाकारमञ्चे सदा सन्निषण्णां भजे पाण्ड्यबालां सुषुम्नान्तरन्ध्रे सहस्रापद्मे रवीन्द्राग्निसंयुक्तचिच्चक्रमध्ये सुधामण्डलस्थे सुनिर्वाणपीठे तदा सन्निधिं भजे पाण्ड्यबालां षडन्ते नवान्ते लसद्वृत्तशान्ते महाबिन्दुमध्ये सुनादान्तराळे शिवाख्ये कलातीत निःशब्ददेशे सदा सञ्चरन्तीं भजे पाण्ड्यबालाम्।
I shall meditate upon the lotus feet of goddess Shri Meenakshi, who is the daughter of the king of Pandya. She is highly enthusiastic and is bedecked with marvelous anklets decorated with attractive bells. Her lotus feet are decorated with superior colorful pastes of the rich fragrances. I meditate upon goddess Shri Meenakshi, who is the daughter of king of Pandya. We will now offer the Deeparadhana to Meenakshi and Somasundareshwara Swami.
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोम सुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी नमो नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि। चतुर्मार्गमध्येषु कोणान्तरङ्गे खरन्द्रे सुधाकार कूपान्तराळे निरालम्ब पद्मे कलाषोडशान्ते सदा सञ्चरन्तीं भजे पाण्ड्यबालाम् पुटद्वन्द्वनिर्मुक्तवायुप्रलीन प्रकाशान्तराले ध्रुवोपेतरम्ये महाषोडशान्ते मनोनाशदेशे सदा सञ्चरन्तीं भजे पाण्ड्यबालाम् चतुष्पत्रमध्ये शुकोणत्रयान्ते त्रिमूर्त्याधिवासे त्रिमार्गान्तराले सहस्रारपद्मोचितां चित्प्रकाश प्रवाह प्रलीनां भजे पाण्ड्यबालां लसद्वादशान्तेन्दु पीयूषधारा वृतं मूर्तिमानन्दमग्नान्तरङ्गां परां त्रिस्तनीं तां चतुष्कूटमध्ये परन्धामरूपां भजे पाण्ड्यबालां सहस्रारपद्मे सुषुम्नाथमार्गे स्फुरच्चन्द्रपीयूषधारां पिबन्तीं सदा श्रावयन्तीं सुधामूर्तिमम्बां परञ्ज्योतिरूपां भजे पाण्ड्यबालां नमस्ते सदा पाण्ड्यराजेन्द्रकन्ये नमस्ते सदा सुन्दरेशाङ्गवासे नमस्ते नमस्ते सुमीनाक्षि देवी नमस्ते नमस्ते पुनस्ते नमोऽस्तु।
I meditate upon the Devi Shri Meenakshi, who is the daughter of the King Pandya. She dwells in the middle of the Sahasrara. She explores through the Sushumna, and she has the lustre of the full moon. She is the cause to drink and to be heard. She is the provider of affluence, and she is Paramjyoti Rupa, who is of supreme brilliance. I always prostrate before Goddess Meenakshi, who is the daughter of King Pandya. Meenakshi, who dwells in the heart of Sundaresha, I shall repeatedly prostrate before the goddess, who is the symbol of auspiciousness. We will now offer a Deepa Aradhana here in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Pita to Meenakshi Sundareshwara.
शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी नमो नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि।
Here in Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya at Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Pita Sarvagnya Pita, the Utsava Vigraha of Devi Meenakshi Paramashiva Shakti graces on the Ashwa Vahana, the Rajita Ashwa Vahana, the silver horse vehicle. Utsava Vigraha of Bhagavan Somasundareshwara and Devi Piriyabidi Amman grace on the Swarna Rishabha Vahanam. Ganesha, Subramanya and Chandikeshwara Swami are gracing also in Sarva Alankara. We are also graced by the Utsava Vigraha of Devi Mahamari Amman on the occasion of the 28th day of the Pachepatni Vratam. The Utsava Vigraha of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is also gracing in the Alankaram as Devi Meenakshi Paramashiva Shakti on the Ashwa Vahana. With great pride and privilege, we are grateful that our beloved Bhagavan the very manifestation of Devi Meenakshi, Paramashiva Shakti, and Bhagavan Sundareshwara Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is officiating this Brahmotsavam. All the rituals, homas, performed during the Brahmotsavams and special Utsavams here in Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya at Adi Kailasa, Nithyananda Pita Sarvajna Pita, are micromanaged by the Supreme Pontiff himself and are performed by his third eye awakened disciples strictly as per Vedas and Agamas, the source scriptures of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. In the auspicious presence of our beloved Bhagavan, the ultimate manifestation, Paramavatara of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, on the auspicious occasion of the 6th-day celebrations of Chithirai Peruvizha, let us offer our sincere worship at the feet of Ganesha, Subramanya, Chandikeshwara Swami, Devi Meenakshi, Bhagavan Somasundareshwara, Devi Piravidyaman, Devi Mahamariamman, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and seek their grace and blessings today.
शिवानन्दपीयूषरत्नाकरस्थां शिवब्रह्मविष्णुमरेशाभिवन्द्यां शिवध्यानलग्नां शिवज्ञानमूर्तिं शिवाख्यामतीतां भजे पाण्ड्यबालां शिवादिस्फुरत्पञ्चमञ्चाधिरूढां धनुर्बाणपाशाङ्कुशोद्भासि हस्तां नवीनार्कवर्णां नवीनेन्दुचूडां परब्रह्मपत्नीं भजे पाण्ड्यबालां किरीटाङ्गदोद्भासि माङ्गल्यसूत्रां स्फुरन्मेखलाहारताटङ्गभूषां परामन्त्रकां पाण्ड्यसिंहासनस्थां परन्धामरूपां भजे पाण्ड्यबालाम् धूर्वधूर्वन्तन्धूर्वतयोऽस्मान् धूर्वतितन्धूर्वयं वयं धूर्वामस्त्वं देवानामसि सस्नितमं वप्रितमं तुष्टतमं वह्नितमं देवहूतममहृतमसि हविर्धानं दृगं हस्वमाह्वार्मित्रस्य त्वा चक्षुषा प्रेक्षे माभेर्मा संविक्था मा त्वा हि गुंसिषम्। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी नमो नमः। धूपमाघ्रापयामि। स्वजातवेदोपघ्निर्निरतिं मम पशोश्च मह्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दिशा मानो हि पुंसि जातवेदो वामश्वं पुरुषं जगते अबिभ्रदग्रागहि श्रिया मा परिपातया। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी नमो नमः। दीपं संदर्शयामि। मधुवातारतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनमुदोषसि मत्पाथिवगुं रजः मधुरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमावमस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः मधु मधु मधु। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी नमो नमः। श्री इंद्राक्षी देवी नमो नमः। अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। शरणागतदीनार्थपरित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्तिहरे देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी नमो नमः। श्री इंद्राक्षी देवी नमो नमः। श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि। शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तंभस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। तद्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। आदिपूज्याय देवाय सपत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलम् कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलम् ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलम् श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलम् कामदायिन्यै सर्वमङ्गलदात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलम् गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम्। परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम्। त्वं स्मृतमहं धन्य मां प्राणमहेश्वर गङ्गाधर नामेति स्तोत्रस्थानं ददाम्यहम्।
क्षणिकाङ्क्षित साक्षिणि सर्वविदे शुभजन शाश्वत मानस भावित कामित याचित पूर्णकृते सुकर सुखीकृत दुष्कर नाश कृते जननि मुखित क्रोध कृते जय परमेश्वरि नित्य सुमङ्गलि नित्य नितेश्वरि पालय माम् शक्तियुते हजिते शुभवरदे विभवे विमले कमले कमलाम्बुजपादयुते करकमले करुणानिलये कमलाक्षयुते करशूलधृते जय परमेश्वरि नित्य सुमङ्गलि नित्य नितेश्वरि पालय माम् सहितस्मरणस्तर सुष्वरनाद च मे हृदये शिव शिव शब्दनिनाद मृदङ्गश्रुते गुरु नृत्य ममाधिपते शिव नटराज समेत हिताण्डवलास्य कृते शिव हर्ष कृते जय परमेश्वरि नित्य सुमङ्गलि नित्य नितेश्वरि पालय माम् बहु अवतार कृते जनपालित शासित भूमि पवित्र कृते युग युग शम्भविते सकलौ नित्यानन्द रूप शरीर कृते परम शिवेश्वरि नित्य महेश्वरि नित्य कलामयि नित्य नुते परम शिवेश्वरि नित्य महेश्वरि नित्य कलामयि नित्य नुते जय परमेश्वरि नित्य सुमङ्गलि नित्य नितेश्वरि पालय माम् जय परमेश्वरि नित्य सुमङ्गलि नित्य नितेश्वरि पालय माम्
விஜயம் தனை செய்து பூலோகம் தனை வென்று திருக்கையிலை மலை சென்று திருவுள்ளம் கவரும் அந்த சிவரோகம் தனை கண்டு திருவுள்ளம் கவரும் அந்த சிவரோகம் தனை கண்டு மாறாத ஸ்தனம் மறைத்த நித்யானந்த மீனாட்சியே மாறாத ஸ்தனம் மறைத்த நித்யானந்த மீனாட்சியே மங்களரூபிணி மீனாட்சியே நித்யானந்த மீனாட்சியே மங்களரூபிணி மீனாட்சியே நித்யானந்த மீனாட்சியே நித்யானந்த மீனாட்சியே மனம் கவரும் சாக்கேசன் மனையாள் என உணர்ந்து மதிசூடி வெண்பொடி பூசும் மகேசன் பதப்பணிந்து மனம் கவரும் சாக்கேசன் மனையாள் என உணர்ந்து மதிசூடி வெண்பொடி பூசும் மகேசன் பதப்பணிந்து தென்மதுரைக்கு வருக என்று மான்விழியாள் அழைத்திட்ட தென்மதுரைக்கு வருக என்று மான்விழியாள் அழைத்திட்ட மாமதுரையின் தாயே நித்யானந்த மீனாட்சியே மாமதுரையின் தாயே நித்யானந்த மீனாட்சியே மாமதுரை தாயே நித்யானந்த மீனாட்சியே மாமதுரை தாயே நித்யானந்த மீனாட்சியே நித்யானந்த மீனாட்சியே
अंबकदंबवनस्थिरवासिनि अम्बुजलोचनि अमरनुते अतिमृतभाषिनि अमृतकटाक्षिणि आश्रितरक्षिणि हरसहिते अम्बकदंबवनस्थिरवासिनि अम्बुजलोचनि अमरनुते अतिमृतभाषिनि अमृतकटाक्षिणि आश्रितरक्षिणि हरसहिते संबरवैरि सदार्चित चरण सरोरुगनूपुरश्रुतिविनुते संबरवैरि सदार्चित चरण सरोरुगनूपुरश्रुतिविनुते जय जय हे नित्येश्वरि शङ्करि नित्यपुरि नायकि पालय मां जय जय हे नित्येश्वरि शङ्करि नित्यपुरि नायकि पालय मां नित्य नित्येश्वरि नित्य नित्येश्वरि नित्य नित्येश्वरि पालय मां नित्य नित्येश्वरि नित्य नित्येश्वरि नित्य नित्येश्वरि पालय मां सुन्दरवाम शरीरणि सुललित वेशिनि लम्बोदर जननी सुन्दरवाम शरीरणि सुललित वेशिनि लम्बोदर नित्यपुरी नायकी पालय मां जय जय हे नित्येश्वरि शङ्करि नित्यपुरी नायकी पालय मां नित्यनित्येश्वरि 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 पालय मां नित्यनित्येश्वरि 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 पालय मां पसाङ्कुश पञ्च कुसुमासरशोभितकरकमले इक्षुकोदण्ड पसाङ्कुश पञ्च कुसुमासरशोभितकरकमले लक्षस्थल अलङ्कृत पीताम्बर कुञ्जुगधारिणि अतिविमले लक्षस्थल अलङ्कृत पीताम्बर कुञ्जुगधारिणि अतिविमले अक्षररूपिणि आत्मप्रकाशिनि अपार करुणामयलीले अक्षररूपिणि आत्मप्रकाशिनि अपार करुणामयलीले जय जय हे नित्येश्वरि शङ्करि नित्यपुरी नायकी पालय मां जय जय हे नित्येश्वरि शङ्करि नित्यपुरी नायकी पालय मां नित्यनित्येश्वरि 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 पालय मां त्रिकोण श्री चक्र निवासिनी ब्रह्म विष्णु पूजित चरणे बिंदु त्रिकोण श्री चक्र निवासिनी ब्रह्म विष्णु पूजित चरणे बिल्वार्चन प्रिय शिव हृदयेश्वरि बृहन्नायकि भवभयहरणे बिल्वार्चन प्रिय शिव हृदयेश्वरि बृहन्नायकि भवभयहरणे मन्दगमनि मधुसूदन सोदरि मातङ्गी मरगदवर्णे मन्दगमनि मधुसूदन सोदरि मातङ्गी मरगदवर्णे जय जय हे नित्येश्वरि शङ्करि नित्यपुरी नायकि पालय मां जय जय हे नित्येश्वरि शङ्करि नित्यपुरी नायकि पालय मां नित्यनित्येश्वरि 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 पालय मां
Nithyanandam, thank you for joining us for the evening rituals on the 5th day of the Chithirai Peruvizha. We invite you again tomorrow morning for the continued celebrations of Chithirai Peruvizha. Thank you, Nithyanandam.
शोभित पासमान लावण्यमुखे केयूरकुण्डलकटककङ्कणमणि हारसुशोभितकण्डयुगे केयूरकुण्डलकटककङ्कणमणि हारसुशोभितकण्डयुगे वासमघोषर वैभव सुचरिते वासव पूजित चरणयुगे वासमघोषर वैभव सुचरिते वासव पूजित चरणयुगे जय जय हे नित्येश्वरि शङ्करि नित्यपुरि नायकि पालय मां जय जय हे नित्येश्वरि शङ्करि नित्यपुरि नायकि पालय मां नित्य नित्येश्वरि नित्य नित्येश्वरि नित्य नित्येश्वरि पालय मां नित्य नित्येश्वरि नित्य नित्येश्वरि
Jnanapatati Manual under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions.
Science of our manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The Shastra Pramana, the authentic scriptures, Shrutis, the Veda Agamas, stands as a foundation for Hinduism. Apta Pramana, authentic, time-tested, foolproof compilation of the experience of the sages, rishis, and enlightened masters, which is in the terms with Shastra Pramana. Atma Pramana, with Apta Pramana, a guru's is able to experience and live the truth claimed by the Shastras. Shakshi Pramana, manifestation and experience of the Guru's initiation in the disciple of a particular elite. The Shastra Pramana for the power of Akashic reading is taken from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Vijnana, consciousness. Bhairava, one who experienced the consciousness. Tantra is the method. And from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61.
Is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Akasham vimalam pashyan Kritva drishtim nirantaram Stabhatma takshanad devi Bhairavam vapurabnuyat Akasham vimalam pashyam Kritva drishtim nirantaram Stabdhatma takshanad devi Bhairavam vapurabnuyat.
Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the skies and the clouds, one should fix one's gaze without blinking continuously and make the body and the inner space steady and motionless. The very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of the infinite space, Bhairava. Bhagavan has many times given us the samyama where we can lie down on our back and stare at the sky. And especially when we add the fasting and do this whole process, we start experiencing the higher consciousness, the higher realities, that who we are in the existential reality. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says how the swan is reflected into the water, and the water is like our body, and the waves are the incompletion in the body and the mind, and the reflection that who we are, that reflection is what we are experiencing as all the leelas of Paramashiva. But the body itself starts taking the knowledge that it is alive and it is what it is manifesting, where it makes the mistake of thinking the waves are hurting it and what it is only limited. But the reflection itself is what we are, the Paramashiva, who we are, the core space inside us as the reality. The space is the closest that we can relate to, and simply we can merge into that space of oneness when we are in the deep meditative space or in the deep sleep. In the deep meditative space, we are in awareness where we experience the ultimate bliss. Bhagavan beautifully said, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Ramana Maharshi has never given any technique, except once the devotee asked, what can I have for abundance and auspiciousness? He said, go and just lay down and stare at the vast sky every night and you will just get the abundance and auspiciousness. How is that possible? The macrocosm, when you are more and more looking at the macrocosm, as a microcosm, you merge into that oneness space and you experience the ultimate bliss. Bhagavan beautifully says how we can experience once we are in the space of oneness with Paramashiva, that is without moving the body and experiencing the steady inner space. Bhagavan says for 21 days we don't move the body, then we experience the whole prarabdha, what it is as our reality, and we experience the ultimate oneness. More and more we start understanding that the consciousness which plays as a leela in our life and enjoys and celebrates and restores as consciousness as reality. When the mind and the body dissolves into that space of cognition, it starts enjoying the ultimate as the bliss. Bhagavan beautifully gives all the great truth. And here he gives the Apta Pramana, Raghavendra Mat. Bhagavan says, even now you can hear the japas that he is still doing inside his Jiva Samadhi. Jiva Samadhi is more powerful than the nuclear power, the strong nuclear power. That is such a space that it takes. And how did Raghavendra know when he is going to have the Jiva Samadhi? One day when he was passing by, he had the vision of Krishna. And he asked Krishna, when would I come to Vaikunta? Just like we ask Swamiji. And simply Krishna replied with the fingers 222 and offered him a Tulasi Mala. And physically he had the Tulasi Mala in his neck, which is witnessed by all his devotees. And he explained that it is 2 years, 2 months and 2 days he will be in Vaikunta. All this greater science is available and witnessed by millions, all the great science of how these great Mahatma experienced the Jiva Samadhi. And it is said that 700 years he'll be in the Jiva Samadhi, blessing and radiating all that great space into our dimension. This is from Raghavendra official website. And here Bhagavan himself speaks on the beautiful birth, how we can understand the birth from the Akashic reading. All the Akashic reading, just by listening to Akashic reading, we can experience the deeper and deeper bliss and deeper reality in us.
From the whole. So, it is not the Creator who made you forget your prarabdha. It is your strong, rebellious mind which decided to say no to the whole creation that made you forget the prarabdha. Now, the more you accept the existence as it is, the more you accept the various kaleidoscopic experiences of different consciousness happens in you as it is, you will realize your prarabdha. This is the process Mahadeva wants to initiate all of you. I tell you all, by sitting for 21 days without moving from a place and witnessing all the different states of consciousness happening in your body and mind and inner space, you reach a space where prarabdha becomes seen, perceived, experienced directly by you.
The next question is from Shrikant Gopi. He is asking, Dear Kala Bhairava, why God created this world? God disguised as human being, created suffering, tried to resolve and try to give enlightenment. All seems like a meaningless game from the highest perspective. God creates, God incarnates, God gets enlightened. What is this game about? Please clarify.
My dear son, what you described itself is an answer. Only one thing you need to understand. You need to remove that word, highest perspective. That is the only perspective. God incarnates, God gets enlightened, God plays this whole role, and God plays with himself. It is like a child playing with his own body. God is playing with his own body. It is not highest perspective. This is the only perspective. Realize that, my son, you achieved the true realization which I wanted to share with humanity.
The next question is from Ma Atma Niranjani from Chennai. She is asking, we are sending these questions as the answers to these will have a deep relevance to pregnancy care program. We would love Swamiji to speak on what happens when a pregnant lady seeks the blessings of an enlightened master. This would be of great help in bringing down enlightened souls. Thank you.
When a pregnant lady is touched by the enlightened being, the bio-memories of the enlightened being gets into the body of the child in her womb. The umbilical cord is the part of the body which is built with more percentage of emotion and less percentage of flesh and blood. As this part is built with more percentage of liquid emotion, less percentage of solid flesh and blood, the energy received in our body by the blessing or the touch of an enlightened being directly goes and gets stored in the bio-memory of the child. When the child's bio-memory is stored with highest truth and the true remembrance of its eternal oneness with the existence, it attracts a soul which never feels itself as separate from the whole. As it never feels itself separate from the whole, the part continues to be the part of the whole. From the beginning, it does not feel separate and grows, expressing its whole consciousness as Jivan Mukta.
The next question is from Sri Nithyananda Prabhananda. He is asking, what is the difference between soul leaving from one body to another body by yogic powers and taking birth as a newborn baby? How a baby chooses to express his or her feelings through particular action like crying and laughing. Why should it not laugh for sorrow and cry for happiness? Thank you.
The ability to relax from the reflections of your nervous system consciously without breaking your identification with the whole is the Parakaya Siddhi. The ability to move from one body to another. The ability to move from one body to another can be used while you have one body, entering into another one body and coming back to the same body which you left. It is called Parakaya Siddhi. It is called Parakaya Pravesham. When you leave this body once for all and take another one new body and never come back to this old body again, it is conscious birth. So understand the truth about the ability to leave one body and enter into another body. The next truth you need to know, when you do not have the ability to move from one body to another body, keeping your awareness of the identity intact, even then if you try to get rid of one body, it is called suicide. The suicide only damages your identity, breaks it into so many pieces, without you becoming one with the whole, as this self-destruction causes a severe damage in the process of you becoming one with the whole. You needed to assume again and again various bodies in which the healing, the self-healing can happen, which is an antidote for the self-destruction which you did. Then after the self-healing happens, only then your journey to experience the oneness of the whole with the whole begins. So destruction of your individual body without the ability to keep the individual awareness intact is considered as sin, as it delays your journey to be with oneness of the whole.
The next question is from Janani from Singapore. She is asking, what does a conscious birth signify? Does every conscious birth child get enlightened in their birth?
Every conscious birth is beginning of enlightenment. Once the conscious birth happens, enlightenment is not a big journey. It is only a choice. So usually, all the beings with conscious birth enters into enlightenment. If not, they may choose to stay back in that very state and continue to have few more births out of their free will. But any conscious birth being is considered already on the fast track to enlightenment.
The next question is from Nithya Ramya from Singapore. She is asking, Nithyanandam, why does a soul take a conscious birth?
By the strong experience of disillusionment of your projection of fear or greed, when the part is strongly hit, it searches, it seeks the source to which it can unload the strong shock or the hit it received by the disillusionment. When it turns towards the source to unload its stress and the difficulty due to the disillusionment, it suddenly remembers its source, and the moment of remembering your source and coming face to face with the whole, you remember the secret of your birth, as birth does not happen at all. The moment you remember the secret of your birth, whether you change the body or not, you are conscious birth.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained the birth. There is birth, no birth at all when you understand the conscious birth much more deeply, that how you're projecting. The minute you go to sleep, you're projecting your dream body. Same way you're projecting right now your whatever your perception is as reality. But the original self, who you are, is consciousness, the pure space of oneness with Paramashiva. Here Shakshi Pramana from Portugal participant has said, gratitude to Kailash Courtyard. I have been there past few days. I was shown NASA rocket launch of Apollo 7. The initial date I saw was 1969, but I did not trust it and put 1986. The actual year is 1968. I got the last two digit the other way around. This was the first launch with humans for testing purpose. I clearly saw the limiting pattern stopping me from being in oneness. I could see how I decided as a child I could not be good at things. While being in the oneness more, I was able to drop this at Bhagavan's lotus feet. I am celebrating and I am manifesting more oneness. This is from Courtyard Session, August 2019. Today we are going to experience the deep oneness with Paramashiva, manifesting the powers of Akashic reading, of writing down the birth date, month and year. You can choose a partner whose birth date, you can have few partners or celebrities, or you can have some event details that you had written down, which the date you can find out from the Google or from your partner. Something which has already happened. Write the detail of the month, year and the date, exact date. Even the day, if you know, you can write down the detail and verify at the end of the session and share with everybody. All the Vaidiswaran Kovil, usually they take just the thumb, the print on your thumb. They just put an ink and take a thumbprint. They don't even take your name. And they go and find out the palm leaves. And exactly in few minutes, they come back with the palm leaf, which has exactly what you are going through at the current time of your life. Like some people have gone when they are kid and when they are in school, when they are married, when they are little older. And exactly at what time they go, the leaves are exactly telling that instant of their life. And it tells the name of the person. If you're married, then it gives the spouse's name, and it tells your mother, father, spouse, all the names and your date of birth, even your birth chart into exact details that matches exactly how your whole structure is. And to that extent, it is said that Agastya is writing constantly whoever comes and asks, and he delivers it. And it is so miraculously seen for everybody, whoever goes to see that how we are connected to Swamiji and how we are experiencing this great life. Just giving a thumbprint and getting all the information. This is the most amazing system that we had as a Vedic science. Today, just by scanning your partner through the third eye and seeing Bhagwan's third eye, you can write down the detail. If you want, you can use the Krishna Shila, banyan leaf, or you can use the yantra, and you can apply the Jnananjan on that and see the what date you want. And you can apply the Jnananjan on your third eye and your temples. Now, put away everything once you have decided and sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Completely dissolve into Paramashiva. Disappearing into Paramashiva is all the power manifestation. How your mind can just dissolve into the deep oneness in gratitude, in love, in more and more understanding that you are not just a body or a mind. Body is just a jata. There is no life in it as such. And the mind is a processor. Then who is the experiencer? The Paramashiva in you. And sit with your 25 heads, 75 eyes, and 50 hands. Any Ishtadevata, Parandama, Parashakti. Sit very clearly who you are for a few minutes. Do not bother about your identities. Just drop it at Bhagwan's lotus feet. Dissolve into Paramashiva, deeper and deeper, experiencing the oneness with Paramashiva. And all we need to do is chant the Mahavakya, deeply connecting to Paramashiva with the deep listening. Let's start manifesting the power of Akashic reading.
See yourself as 25-headed, 50-handed Paramashiva, as eternally 16, youthful. Commit with Paramashiva. Only He exists. Anything else is delusion. Now, sit straight. We'll enter into the process. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Yanandan Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Yanandan Paramashivam. 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 Yanandan Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Slowly, very slowly, open your eyes, and whatever Paramashiva has shown, the date, the month, and the year, please go ahead and share all the details after verifying authentically in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation and or in your social media, and tag it to your friends and families. Hashtag Paramashivam Shakshi Pramana, hashtag Power Manifestation, hashtag Third Eye Powers, hashtag Kailasha, hashtag Nithyananda. All these greater signs Bhagavan is clearly telling us to share to the world. Is more and more when we celebrate Paramashiva is real. More and more we experience the bliss, and experience the ultimate every time we do the power manifestation. We are experiencing in this physical reality the more and more enlightened space. This is the tapas, that is what Bhagavan gives us after each of the initiation, darshan. Such a beautiful experience with Devi Meenakshi and Paramashiva himself sitting and witnessing the whole thing and experiencing the deep devotion and experiencing that deep reality. Go ahead, share all these great signs that Bhagavan is offering to us and enrich and cause 10 more people, and simply you will see you are manifesting more and more powers. This is a science, and it works even in the outer world. Even if you do for just money, it works. And if you use this great principle to manifest your consciousness, simply you can enrich and cause 10 people, and you can experience the ultimate. With this, let's surrender all this powerful cognition, power manifestation at Bhagavan's lotus feet in deep gratitude, thanking Bhagavan for all this great initiation, darshan, and such a beautiful, powerful cognitions that Bhagavan is downloading in each one of us every single day. Thank you, all of you who stayed back and manifesting the powers of Paramashiva and sharing these great truths to the world. Thank you so much. Simple integrity to Guru and simple obedience to Guru. That's what makes our life the ultimate. With this, let's hold the powerful space. Paramashiva is real in my thought, word, and action. Seeing everything, everyone as Paramashiva, as our recipe of our life. Experiencing the deep gratitude and deep oneness with Paramashiva continuously throughout the day in every action that we do. And ending the session with a Purna Mantra. Let's sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva to your third eye and chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. The next session will be after the darshan or satsang, and you can join in for more power manifestation sessions. Thank you.